Guys, welcome back to my channel. It is another cook and gossip with me. I have laid down the stuff that I will be cooking. So that is my turkey wings. I have cut and cleaned it. That is my egusi because I'm making egusi. This is spinach, onions, Nigerian dry chili, crayfish, thyme, nutmeg, mixed seasoning, salt, and Maggi. And that's my palm oil over here. Anyway, guys, welcome back. It is another cook and gossip with me. How are you all doing? I hope you all are okay and well. And yeah, we're still enjoying our summer. The weather has been unbelievable in here. Like the past few days have been so hot, so hot. No kidding. Anyway, guys, let's get started on it. I'm making a goosey soup today because their dad loves it and the kids loves it as well. So it's one of their favorite soup. And yeah, the topic I want to be talking today is more grown-up-ish kind of topic. I suffered with that a lot in my early stage of, when we got together early. I suffered with that a lot because I didn't know how to express myself in the bedroom. I didn't know how to demand for a certain things that I like. I didn't even know how to perform. Like I know because I have, did my research. I know, but when it comes down to them performing it, I can't perform it. And I don't know if it was shyness or I don't know. But then because I was thinking about it the other day, I was like, what was the reason why that I couldn't perform those things that I wanted to perform in bed? Was it because I was shy? Was it because I wasn't that too much of experience? But then I have did my research and I know what people are doing in bed anyway. But it came down to the topic of we growing up back home, and that kind of topic is not something that we learn. So nobody is educating us on that level. You educate yourself as you go on. And also we are being, for me personally, I won't say for every other person that grew up in Nigeria, but from where I grew up, they taught us how to be a good girl. Do you understand? And the most important rule of being a good girl is shying away from, sex and shying away from that kind of topic. And for you to be a good girl, you have to not know what sex is all about. You have to be unexperienced in that level. So I felt like the culture taught us how to be a good girl. But the thing is that who wants to be a good girl in bed? Like when it comes down to it, you want to be the baddest bitch, the baddest, pardon my language, but you want to be, you want to get down to it, when it comes down. You don't want to be, I know I'm a good girl in all sense of being a good girl, but then I do not now, as a grown woman, I do not want to be a good girl in bed. Anyway, let's get our meat cooking. Then we'll talk more as we go, okay? I'm just giving you guys, background gist of what we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to be using myself as an example. Anyway, let me put the meat on. Let me put the meat. Yeah, let me get the meat going so we can start talking. So guys, that is our turkey. I am going to put 2 small onions in the meat, okay? I'm going to put 2 Maggi, 1 nutmeg, 1 mixed seasoning, and 1 thyme. Now I'm going to cover this meat and allow it to cook until the meat is ready. So guys, our meat is ready. I am also going to fry the meat. The oil is hot now, so I'll take the meat out and then I'll put it in the oil. And I will add more water in this pot when I take all the meat out. So I'll start cooking the soup. So guys, like I was saying, when I started dating, I didn't know how to handle sex. Basically, I didn't know how to react to it. I didn't know how to say what I want out of it, right? So I struggled with it in my early years of, becoming a woman, and yeah, I'm blowing the stove because it's done. In my early years of becoming a woman, I didn't know how to handle having sex and being with a man in the room, and that's I struggled with for up to my late 20s actually, and because the thing with how we grew up. Let me add water here. Now I've added water in here. I'm going to allow this water to boil up so I can start cooking the egusi. Now I'm going to try and take out all the onions from this water. Now, like I was saying, the thing with how we grew up, nobody taught us all this, and our moms and our parents, they want us to be a good girl. Now the meat is frying there, and I'm going to allow that meat to fry, allow the water to boil. The thing with how we grew up, like our moms and our parents taught us, we girls, to shy away from anything that has to do with sex. Don't have the sex conversation. You're not allowed to have sex until you get married, blah blah blah. And that is a good lesson anyway. That is a good teaching. It works fine. But then when you become a woman, finally when you become a woman, because you don't know how to do all this, you would now find yourself struggling when you now have your partner, when you now have your husband, when you now have that one person that you're settling down with. Then you find yourself lacking behind and struggling in the sex part of life because you have not been interested in it up till now. Okay, so it is confusing. I know what they're doing is right, but the thing is that, okay, I am a good girl, I am trained to be a good girl, but then immediately I get married, you expect me to have grandchildren and grandbabies and all that. But if I don't know how to perform in this line of duty, then how do you want me to be popping out babies here and there? I feel like my early stage of sex was just sex. It wasn't sex. It wasn't like, ooh, yeah, baby. It was like, ooh, all right, that thing again that we have to do. Because that is how I felt about it. I wasn't connected. I wasn't deeply connected with it. I wasn't emotionally connected with it because I wasn't interested about it, because all my life I was taught not to be interested about it. So my early stage of actually being with my partner, I struggled so much in getting used to doing it regularly, in getting used to just getting down and doing it, because it wasn't a thing that I used to do anyway. And then when I started talking to my cousins, about like my cousins, the ones that are girls, I found out that them too are going through the same kind of thing, because all our life we shy away from it, and now we have a man to do it. We don't know how to do it. And actually one of my cousins named it good girl syndrome. The good girl syndrome. So the good girl syndrome actually had us really bad, had us very, very bad. And So I'm going to take this meat out because it's done. So I'm done with frying the turkey. Actually, it has been a long time I cooked egusi with turkey with egusi. I'm always like turkey and stew or something. I haven't done turkey and egusi in a long time, so hopefully it will be yum yum yum. So my egusi soup water is ready. I'm gonna add the egusi in there. Like I was saying, the good girl syndrome was real. That is what me and my cousin nicknamed it, because it had us and it had us good. And like, I didn't know how to have fun when it comes to having sex. I see it as something that, I see it as a duty, something that I have to do in order to please my man, that kind of a thing. I don't see it as something that, something that will also pleasure me and give me satisfaction and all that. I didn't see it that way at all. I just saw it, okay, we have to do it, and so on and so forth. So, but then, when it comes down to being with your man in bed, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Sometimes I know what to do, then I don't know how to say it, or maybe I want him to do a certain thing for me, and I don't know what to say or how to say it. Or sometimes I'm so shy to tell him actually what to do for me or how to pleasure me as well in bed, because if you're not getting your own pleasure and your own satisfaction, then you're just pleasuring him alone. So for so long, that was sex for me. Honestly, that was sex for me. I actually had to start learning how to shake off the good girl syndrome, because the good girl syndrome was just not it was just not good when it comes to me enjoying myself in bed. Like, the thing is that I know I'm a good woman, in all sense of being a good woman, but then when it comes down to me enjoying myself with my man in bed, I don't want to be a good woman. I want to be a bad woman, honestly. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to allow that to boil for 15 minutes. Okay, now, like I was saying, I struggled with this for a very long time, and it was actually my late 20s that I started looking for help, looking for, I'm like, okay, I need to talk to somebody. I need to speak to somebody about this. This is not helpful. I do not enjoy sex like I should be enjoying sex, because when I hear other women talk about, oh yes, oh man, but I do not enjoy it. I just see it as, okay, okay, we have to do it. Let's go do it. No problem. Let's go get it done. And then I see him, on the other hand, enjoying it. I'm like, why is he enjoying it? I am not, and I am not enjoying it. What is going on here? So I started talking to people, and I also paid to talk to somebody that specialized in knowing what is wrong with me, because I feel bad that I'm not enjoying it. I feel bad because I feel like I'm ruining this, the love making for him, because a majority of the time I find it so painful. But then when I started talking to some professional about it, the reason why I find it so painful is that I don't know how to put myself in the mood of having sex and in the mood of making love. And the lady worked with me in order to help me to find my spot, that thing that when you touch it, I'm like, that spot right there, that spot. Anyway, so I paid, like, I actually had almost 10 classes with this woman, because she was so good in terms of, she was so open. Those people that are so open, and it's something that I have never been in my life. I've never been that open when it comes to let's get down and get dirty. But like, she was so open, and I love the way she teaches about it, love the way she talks about it, love the way she tried to explore me and try to help me find out what is my soft point when it comes to getting down and dirty in bed. So I think after I found out what my spot is, she started working with me in how I should start telling my partner what I want when we're in bed. Okay, do it this way, and da 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 da. Because then when I get when you tell him what to do and when he do it for you, and then you be in that mood, your body kind of relax and then welcome the sex making. And that absolutely worked for me, because I felt like my body wasn't welcoming the sex making, and the sex making became very painful and sore for me. So yeah, if you suffer with good girl syndrome, drop the message down below. Let's talk about it, because I feel like I'm not talking about all Nigerian people, but my own tribe, couple of my cousins, grown cousins that are women that I have speak to about it, went through the same kind of thing, because all our life we are sheltered and shadowed from, oh, do not let men touch you, you're not supposed to have sex, you're not supposed to do this, sex is not something you should be involving in, blah blah. So we kind of shy away, and then our mother always tells us that even if you know about it, you're not allowed to tell your man that you know about it, so he will not be thinking that you are spoiled and rotten, which I think is just ridiculous. You should, if you know, like, you should teach him. If he doesn't know what to do, you should tell him what to do too. But in our culture, it seems as if you are a rotten egg, that you have been doing it since you were 10, like that kind of stuff. You have been doing it since you're younger, that you know too much. You don't want to tell the man that you know too much. You still want to pretend that you are an angel in bed. Boo boo. Angel do not help you in bed. Do not be angel in bed. Be angel everywhere, but when it comes to bed, do not be angel. Be Rihanna. Be the bad, not even Rihanna, be Nicki Minaj. Be the baddest bitch when it comes to getting down and dirty with him. And because you need to satisfy him. And also the main important thing is that he need to also satisfy you. It's not only about men. When it comes to getting down and dirty, it's not only about them. You also need to enjoy it. You need to, welcome it. You need to embrace it. You need, baby, when you enjoy it, it will take you to the moon and back. I'm not kidding. It will take you to the moon and back. Anyway, guys, let me look at my egusi before it starts burning. But if you have gone through this kind of thing, drop the message down below. Let's talk about it, because I feel like majority of us, you know who you are, who grew up in the Igbo side of Nigeria. You people will understand what I'm saying. But yeah, this topic today just is making me laugh. I'm trying not to laugh because, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Now, so guys, this egusi has been boiling for 15 minutes now. I am going to add my oil. I'm going to allow the oil to boil for another 10 minutes as well. So guys, after allowing the egusi to boil, it is time to start adding all the other ingredients in it. So I'm going to add my crayfish, dry chili, 2 Maggi. Going to mix everything together. 1 mixed seasoning. I'm going to taste. Okay, that's right. I don't need salt. I don't need salt in there. So I am going to add back my fried meat in there. I'm going to mix everything together. Now I'm going to cover that and give it another 5 more minutes. So guys, after 5 minutes, it is time to add our spinach. This soup is ready. I'm going to mix it together. This soup is looking so good. Now I'm gonna give it just a few seconds and I'll take it out. So guys, this soup is ready. It is absolutely ready and it is tasting so yummy and so delicious. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh. It's super yummy. Anyway guys, let me off the stove. Woo! So guys, look at this soup. It is looking super good. Honestly, it is looking super good. Now let me put it aside. It is ready. Whew. If you are someone that suffers from good girl syndrome, you need to go get help. This is not a laughing matter. You need to go get help, because at the end of the day, you are not only there to satisfy him, but he is also here to satisfy you. So if you're not enjoying it, or if you feel shy to say what you want, then you are missing out. Like I used to, like, now looking back now, I'm like, oh my God, what the heck was I doing? Like I used to be missing out from making love. I am present in the bed there, but physically I am not present, because I am just allowing him to do whatever he wants without putting my opinion, or without saying what I want as well as a human being, what pleases me and what makes me happy, or what tickles my fancy. And I feel like at that time as well, I don't even know what makes me happy. I don't even know what, bring out the bad girl in me when I'm in bed. So I don't really know how to go about it until I started seeking for help, and talking with the right person helped me realize that good girl syndrome is not good. Like, yeah, you're a good girl, but do you really want to be a good girl in bed while you're, enjoying it with your husband, with your partner, with your man? Do you really want to be a good girl, or do you want to be a badass bitch? Like, flip him over and do the living shit off him, like milk him dry in bed, that when he's done, he has no energy. Yeah, you heard me right. He has no freaking energy. Anyway guys, if you are somebody like me that has suffered from good girl syndrome, just talk to the right person. Let that person bring out the bad girl in you, because you need it when you are doing it. You do not need to be a good girl when you're doing it. I appreciate my culture for teaching us how to be a woman, how to be a lady, how to, carry ourselves as a lady. But on the other hand, I do not appreciate them of not teaching us, not lecturing us, not allowing us to be taught about, sex, about, okay, eventually when you marry, when you get your husband, how on earth are you supposed to enjoy it? How on earth are you supposed to do it? How on earth they don't really give us a lesson in that topic when it comes to us growing up in Igbo culture. I suppose, just you going out and, learning and doing it and getting experience. But for us, we are monitored. Like, you see the way they monitor us. Like, you can't, if you going out, where are you going? Who are you going with? Which place? Like, it has to be like we're from the day one. Our footstep, we are monitored. So I don't even know how they expect us to get the experience, But anyway, yeah, it has been a topic that has been on my mind, because I know that I struggle with it. In my early 20s, I struggled with it at all. I used to be so shy in bed. I used to, like, when you talk about it, I used to be like, oh my God. Like, and sometimes it's like, okay, what do you like? I'm like, what do I like? I don't know what I like. Anyway, but now, yes. It is fabulous. It is something that you want to, relax and enjoy with your partner. Like, don't feel shy about it. Don't feel shy to tell him, or can you do this for me, or can you, do that, or can you, touch me this way? Don't be shy, girl. Anyway, girls, anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by. If there's any kid watching my video today, click off from the beginning. Do not watch it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. This has been amazing. Thank you. If you enjoyed this topic, let me know. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.